Yep.
And we are live here at the Edison Hotel, second floor. You got to come and find us because the ballroom is right next door, and it is going crazy over there. It's like the Wild West. That's what my friend here, my new friend, Michael Eckstein, has just been telling me. Michael Eckstein is the founder I would say, of All Certified, and he has some patent pending technology that is really going to come into play big. So before we dive into exactly what that is, tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you here to NFT NYC.
Sure. So I have been one of those serial entrepreneurs, an angel investor, an IT creator over the last X number of years. Clients have included the government of Israel. I worked as the CEO for Pennsylvania Blue Shield. I did a lot of work for the Clinton administration on healthcare. So a very varied background from IT, looking at different opportunities and looking at different business potentials.
Well, very cool. And, you know, it's the space now is growing so much. And I talk about the mass adoption. I was talking about it earlier. Really, the NFT space is really fueling this mass adoption.
Mm-hmm.
And as this mass adoption is happening, we have a situation where, of course, larger corporations, larger brands, whether it's even a person or something like that, really want to get in the space, but they look at it and there's fraud, there's this, there's that, there's all types of these things. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So people say we're in the early innings of the NFT marketplace. Let me tell you, we haven't even heard the Star Spangled Banner yet. Okay. People are still trying to figure out what it is, how I get involved, what does it mean, how do I make money, what is this stuff called crypto? So when you look at a conference like this with over 5,000 attendees, you have a lot of networking, you have a lot of people doing a lot of research, and you also have a lot of people like myself that are early adopters creating platforms and technology to enable the NFT marketplace.
Well, that's really cool. Well, you talk about being an early adopter. Of course, I've been in the space for a long time. What is an early adopter for you?
An early adopter is anybody, quite honestly, within the last 18 months.
That is okay. In the NFT space.
Yes, the NFT space. Yes, exactly right.
It's really just blown up. I mean, you were just talking about an NFT NYC has been sold out for a while.
Yeah.
The only way I'm here is by media, to be honest. And I was laughing about it. I think there's 4 or 5 Bruce Porters walking around out there, but yeah. And we did an NFT the badges, so we're okay.
Yep.
But it's packed. There's people everywhere.
Absolutely. And I am meeting individuals from all over the world. There are people from South America. There are people from the Middle East. There are people from Europe. I mean, there are people from all over. I mean, individuals just trying to figure this out. I mean, think about the ability to create a website in 1992. Okay, it's the same sort of thing. People see the opportunity, and it's not just a fad. That's important here. If you go to every single one of these presentations and seminars, you hear the numbers, you hear the community, you hear the people getting involved. This is the beginning of, quite honestly, a tsunami that is going to actually be a major part of our lives going forward.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, you saw one of the interviews that we had earlier. You know, major brands are really coming in here and doing stuff. So let's talk a little bit about your tech. I mean, you got some exciting stuff that you put together. What was it like to put together, and what is it?
Great. So I have always been a sports guy. And growing up, I still have my 2000 baseball cards. And I was one of those that always went to a sports memorabilia show. And I stood in line to get the autograph of Reggie Jackson or Dr. J or basketball signed by Charles Barkley. Always been a sports guy. Really got involved and started to take NFT in the sports world seriously as the NBA put together their NBA Top Shot marketplace. And that really legitimatized and gave credibility to NFTs and sports. So I'm looking at this and literally I one night say to myself, wait a minute, you have these NFTs, you have an NFT being sold on Top Shot for $200,000 of LeBron doing a monster slam. What if he had the ability to sign that? What if he had the ability to digitally affix his signature to that NFT? So for the next 2 days behind closed doors, I wrote the code, I wrote the patent application and filed it with the USPTO, and All Certified was born. We have now the ability to onboard talent and have the ability in 5 major areas, which are actually really starting to get traction: athletes, artists, music performers, TV and media personalities, and the biggest one is social media. So if in fact you are on Facebook, or you're on Twitter, or you're on TikTok, or you're on Instagram, you now have the ability to curate customized NFTs with your signatures attached, and then be able to sell them at a marketplace or else an NFT auction site.
So it's really pretty exciting, guys. You know, and my colleague Stephen Melnick was outside talking to me. So this is really cool. And actually, I went through everybody. The place is so packed that David, my brother over in Kiev, and I booked up the entire day, and really with about 2 hours of work, just went through. We had people clamoring, kind of, hey, I want my interview, and it went on time. But this is really special, because to now, I don't know of any way for somebody to attach their digital signature to the NFT. And so the prospects of this are amazing. What type of feedback are you getting?
We are getting some amazing traction, not only from the auction houses and the marketplaces, but also the content creators. Mm-hmm. So you basically have Disney, and you now want to create an NFT of a sword fight that Johnny Depp as Jack Black had for Pirates of the Caribbean. Or you're now Warner Brothers, and you now want to create an NFT with Keanu Reeves in the Matrix situation. I mean, the feedback we have been getting has been just incredible. And as I mentioned to you, Bruce, it's not just in this country. You have these trolls that look at patent filings and keywords, and totally unsolicited after the patent was filed, I get an unsolicited email from South Korea that somebody says, love your technology, we want to bring it to Korea, and we want to do it with K-pop bands. And I then get an unsolicited email from India. Love your technology, lots of potential, we want to actually do it, we're Bollywood. So we have a lot of things going on, but the most important thing is we want to focus on getting the talent comfortable and understanding that once they get onboarded, and once in fact we have their digital signature and they attach that to an NFT, those royalties are in perpetuity. And that's very important. So if we onboarded Mike Trout, or we onboarded Jennifer Lawrence, in 2030, 2057, 2063, if an NFT with their digital signature got sold on a platform where in fact their signature is attached to the NFT, they get a royalty.
It's one of the first times in history that is even possible. I talk about it quite a few times, guys. If you follow me, art, you used to hardly ever get paid until you were dead, right?
That's right.
And now, after you're dead, you can make sure that your family receives royalties.
Yes.
For the foreseeable future.
That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct.
Yeah, really
I mean, I tell the story that 2.5, 3 weeks ago, a Michael Jordan rookie card sold for $2.7 million. Mm-hmm. So I asked the implicit question, how much of that did Michael Jordan get? Zero.
Yeah.
That's the point.
It's just like, and that, we changed, so I'm an early Bitcoiner. Mm-hmm. And, it's in, a decade. Okay.
Right.
And we changed the world. The governments really didn't even figure out anything was going on.
Right.
Until about 5 years into it. And then they started figuring out what's going on. They said, well, I don't think we need to stop it. And then I don't think we can stop it. And then now, okay, well, here we are. But the NFTs, it's like another wave. It's a whole nother wave.
Yeah. And just to show you, give you an example, still the industry is figuring out a lot. We're a work in progress. We don't have all the answers. So let's say, for example, Live Nation books a Madonna tour, and she is performing at Madison Square Garden. So the issue now becomes Madonna is up there and she is singing Material Girl. And there is a video that is made of her singing that. That is created into an NFT. So who owns the intellectual property rights to that? Is it Live Nation that was the concert producer? Is it Madonna herself? Is it Warner that owns the rights to her music catalog? Is it Madison Square Garden as the venue? We're still figuring out a lot of this, and
Right.
it will work itself out. But you're going to see, I believe, in the entertainment music space, a lot of other areas, you're going to see written into contracts what is going to be the intellectual property ownership of a digital image, of a video, of a music clip that can thereby be converted into an NFT.
Well, there's no question about it, and it needs to be done. Let's face it. I mean, I've been watching, and these things are going for all kinds of money. People are making all kinds of money. Image that's been pulled from here, or just, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's the Wild West, as you said. He said, Bruce, it's the Wild West out here. So tell me, what do you mean by that? But it has been the Wild West. It is fun.
It is incredibly fun because you're meeting some of the best and brightest, the technology people, the innovators, the visionaries. People say, it's basically ready, fire, aim. It's basically put together what we can, enable people, create a community, establish a platform, do it with the best intentions, okay, of transparency and honesty and community. And it's a lot of fun, and everybody is having a great time.
And it's absolutely, everybody's having a good time. So what is your main objective to get here? What do you if you come out of here and you get everything you want, what is the best thing?
What we do.
Right.
Okay. So let me tell you what we don't do. Okay. We do not do NFT minting. Mm-hmm. We do not do digital wallets. Mm-hmm. We do not create an NFT marketplace, and we don't have an NFT auction site. Mm-hmm. So we are working with different platforms, mm-hmm. different minting and different organizations that say, hey, when you have talent, right, that they want to create an NFT, Michael, your company, create that digital sticker. That's what you do. You have the ability to create that digital image. Mm-hmm. Send it to us, right, and we'll create the NFT. We'll sell it. We will have the auction for it. Mm-hmm. So it's been an excellent meeting for us because we have a number of follow-ups that have to take place from interviews and contacts of minters and wallets and auction houses and marketplaces. We're just looking forward to it. It's very exciting.
It is really exciting. I appreciate you coming on so much. What is the website?
allcertified.ai. So go to allcertified.ai. It will show you how to connect to us, and it will take you to a page to say, who are you? Are you a TV personality? Are you an artist? Are you an athlete? Click the box, send us an email, and we'll get back to you with some great information and maybe some education to help you get on board here.
Well, totally fantastic. Michael Eckstein, all certified, guys. This is the real deal. Check him out. You're going to hear a lot more about his technology. We'll see you soon.